Hey guys, how's it going? So today I have my review of the Dynamic Discs Sergeant. That's right, the Sergeant. I am so excited about this disc, guys. I have the Lucid and the Moonshine here. I'm super excited about these discs. Today I'm going to be out here in the field throwing them on some different angles, letting you guys see how they fly. I want to just go ahead and put in here that I am at a field, a private course here. Nobody else is playing at this basket that I'm at, and there's nobody else around me here. There are some cars that will be in the background, but that's it. So I am fully within the regulations set forth by the state of Kansas. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that disclaimer in here before I started the video. But the Sergeant here is a great disc. I'm really excited about it. Definitely think it's going to make my bag. So let's go see how they throw, and then I'll check back in with you guys at the end. Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. So today I'm coming at you with my review of the Dynamic Disc Sergeant. This is the new release that they just came out with. So I have the first run Moonshine Sergeant, and then I have a first run Lucid Sergeant. So I'm going to be comparing them here in a couple of different winds. I'm going to throw into a headwind first, then into a tailwind, both backhand and sidearm. I'm going to compare them to a few discs that I think might be similar. First, I'm going to compare it to the Raider. Then I've got the Defender. It's going to definitely be a slower Defender, but I just want to see how it holds up in the wind. I think they're probably going to be almost most comparable to the Trespass, especially maybe the Lucid X Trespass. So we'll see how that goes. And then also I got some Convicts here. Be a little bit faster of a Convict. I don't have any getaways, so I can't compare it to that. But so we're going to throw into a headwind first here. We got probably about maybe about a 5 to 8 mile per hour headwind. So we're going to try to release them just on a little bit of a flat angle, or a little bit of a hyzer angle, get them to pop up to flat, hopefully. So we're going to throw a couple of the Convicts first. We're going to throw them on just a little bit of a hyzer angle, let them flip up. Okay, that rode pretty nice. Okay, so those Convicts here in the headwind flipped up to flat just a little bit, rode a little bit of a turn, and then faded back at the end. Next, let's do the Trespasses next. This is a beat-in fusion one, so this one will probably actually flip over. Alright, that one did as I expected it to. Flipped up to the right, flipped up flat, and then held a turn to the right. This is the Lucid X. I think it's probably going to be most comparable to Lucid X Trespass. So I'm going to pop this one on just a little bit of hyzer. Hopefully this will ride flat and fade out at the end. That's what it usually does for me. Alright, just as I figured. Next, let's do the Raiders. It's been described when they designed it to be a little bit slower of a Raider. So I think that's probably what it will be. I'm going to throw my little bit beat up Fusion one first. As you can see, the higher speed of the Raider as it gets up there, I got that one a little bit high, but it kind of just dumps at the end, so. Okay. That Raider probably would have done the same thing. I kind of rounded quite a bit there, at least on Annie, so it's done on me. Alright, now I'm going to throw my Biofusion Page Pierce Defender. I'm going to try to throw it on that same angle, see how it reacts. really, most of those discs kind of finished in the middle part of the field. All those discs are in my bag pretty much, so they're a little bit beat up and I know how to throw them. But I got all those on pretty consistent angles. So now I'm gonna go with the Sergeants here, see how they react. I honestly think that they'll probably be almost the most stable out of all of them because they're new and they're in the premium plastics. But I'm gonna throw the Lucid one first. I'm gonna try to just release this on that little bit of hyzer, see what it does. I expect it to pretty much hold hyzer the whole way. And by the way, I'm throwing all these probably at about 80% or so. Alright, so it kind of faded like a Raider would. Now the Moonshine one. Sorry guys, my allergies are kicking up on me here. Alright, well I'm going to go pick those up and then we'll throw some sidearms. Alright, so all those besides the Fusion Trespass landed probably within about a 40-foot radius of each other. So very consistent. Real quick, I'm going to throw them all on a little bit of an anhyzer and see how they react. So I'm going to go with the Convict first. Next, the Lucid X Trespass. That was more flat than on an anhyzer, but that was the Raider. Now the Defender. You can see the Defender will fight out of it. The Headwind's kind of kicking down, but okay. So let's go with the Lucid Sergeant again, anhyzer. Okay, that wasn't a good throw, but you can see that fading out. I shanked that, but try to get a clean anhyzer with the Moonshine one. Alrighty guys, so it very much fights out of the anhyzer angles quite a bit like a Defender or like that Lucid X Trespass, but it's just a little bit slower. So when it fights out, it doesn't dump as hard. It just kind of comes out of that anhyzer angle smoothly and then glides down to the ground. I really would compare it most to a Lucid X Trespass. So let's go pick those up and then we'll throw some back in the Tailwind. We'll get a couple sidearms into it as well. Alrighty guys, so the wind's picking up, so now I'm in a Tailwind. So I'm gonna throw these probably to try to get it at about 80% power. I'm just gonna release these more flat, see how they react in the Tailwind. So we'll go with the Convict first. There we go. That was the Lucid X Trespass. Now the Fusion Raider. You can see them, they're pretty much fading out up there by my bag. So Now the Biofusion Defender, Page Pierce run. Up there by my bag again. Okay, we'll go with the Lucid Sergeant first. I don't know if you could see it at the end of that flight, but it got a pretty nice little skip. Finished up there by my bag. Alright guys, those flew really nice. Again, I really think they're flying the closest to the Lucid X Trespasses. They're definitely comparable to the Raiders. You just definitely notice them being a smaller rim and a lower speed. They don't come down as hard, as fast. It's not that they don't have really about the same amount of fade, but they just don't get to the ground quite as fast. They're just smoother because they're a lower speed, more controllable. So I'm gonna go pick those up, then we'll throw some sidearms, see how those work. All right guys, well, just to note, all those finished besides the Convict finished within about 20 feet of each other, so very close. But the Sergeant does feel great while throwing it. It is, at this point, pretty sure it's gonna make it into my bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some forehands. Just a disclaimer here, I do not have a very good forehand. My max distance is usually around maybe 250, but it doesn't look pretty. So this is just me trying to give you guys a little bit of a review of what it flies like for me. But if you have a good forehand, I'm sure it's gonna fly much better than this. That said, let's throw my first forehand with the Convict here. Okay, I released that in a little bit of anhyzer, pretty much straight at the ground. Because of the tailwind, it fought out of it a little bit, so not too bad. Next, I'm gonna go with the Lucid X Trespass. Same thing, released that on a lot of anhyzer, threw it into the ground, but it kind of hovered a little bit. I'll try to get these more up in the air for y'all. Here is the Fusion Raider. Okay, that might have exited frame a little bit. That finished about 40 feet left of my bag up there. Now I'm gonna go with the Biofusion Defender. This is one that discs that I forehand a lot along with the Raiders, so. Okay, well that one did fade quite a bit more. I did give it a lot more height. Generally, the Lucid X Trespass, the Fusion Raider, and the Defender fly pretty similar for me on sidearms. They fight wind a little bit different, but as far as no wind or a tailwind, they're very similar. So now, I'm gonna go with the Lucid Sergeant. Try to release this just flat. I'm gonna do my best. No promises though. And see how it flies. So for a sidearm, for me, that flew pretty good. One thing that I definitely will note is out of all the discs, it feels the most comfortable in my hand for a sidearm. I like throwing Tailwinds for sidearms too. This basically feels like a little bit faster of a Felon in my hand, but I like the flight of it better, surprisingly. So let's throw the Moonshine one here, see how that flies. Alright, well, I released that one on a little bit of Anheuser too, but as y'all can see, they fly really, really nice. Both backhand and forehand, they fit into my hand great. I have very small hands, but they just fit into my palm very nicely. For forehands there, they definitely seem great. And they have a decent amount of skip to them, so I can definitely see myself throwing those on sidearms a lot, but they work great for backhands too. So I'll walk up there, let y'all walk up there with me, see how they've landed up there, and then we'll close this video out. Alrighty guys, so walking up, here is the trespass. Here are the sergeants. They landed within about 10 feet of each other. Here is the convict. Here is the raider. And somewhere over there is the defender, so. Alright guys, so I just finished my review of the sergeant. Overall, these things fly great. I definitely think that they're probably going to make it into my bag. They fly really good. They fly a lot like the Raider or Defender or my Convicts. I think they fly the most though, like my Lucid X Trespass. That's really what I would compare them the most to. They really fly similar to them all, as I hope y'all can see in the video once I put that together. The flight paths to them are similar, but they just have a more controlled flight to them. I was talking to a buddy who he was hoping that they'd kind of be like a faster and a little bit more overstable version of the Explorer, and I would say that's pretty accurate. They really fly. They fly overstable here in the Moonshine and the Lucid, but when they're flying, if you release them on a little bit of a hyzer, they'll pop up to flat and then just fade out nicely. But it's not a quick dump. It's just a nice slow fade, but it's got quite a bit of fade on them. So definitely would recommend these discs. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. Keep coming out with content for y'all. See y'all next time.